All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with the special Heartland YouTube production event, a hype show. Here tonight from Detroit, Heartland Havoc 125, Never Enough. Inspired by the LA Guns and a kick-ass rock song from back in the day. Neil Lau first in line here. Derek Bauman, Al, Red Sox fan. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's special hype event. We've got both the World Heavyweight Championships on the line tonight. The Singles Championship, Barry Windham challenging to regain the gold that he lost at our last hype event to none other than Pat Patterson. Big upset registered by Patterson in that last match. Windham looking to regain the title here tonight. World Tag Team Championships on the line as the Midnight Express attempts to regain their belts from the Steiner brothers. Heartland Ladies Championship, Jordynne Grace defending against Trish, ADORA, and so much more. It is great to be back on the channel. Thanks for everybody who tuned in tonight. Last week, of course, was Christmas weekend, and I was out of town visiting family, coming off of a cold that took me offline the previous Saturday. So it is great to finally be back online. And we are going to start things off tonight with a tag team match brought to you by Heartland Ladies Wrestling, and this one will be intriguing to say the least. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect and may well turn the tide of this match, as both these sides cannot be trusted. Introducing first the challengers, led to the ring by Samantha Evans. First, from Clearwater, Florida, she stands at 5'5", weighs 156 pounds. This is Big Swole. And her tag team partner comes to you from Brick City, standing at 5'4", weighing 147 pounds. This is TASHA STEELZ. As we say hello to Pops Reviews, Hasim in the chat room. Good evening to you, my friend. And their opponents, actually, my bad. STEELZ and SWOLE are the champions. I should have introduced them later, but they are your champions, and they are controversial. They had Big SWOLE get suspended for a period of weeks, and for mistreatment of a referee. Samantha Evans filled in for her and has remained with the team as their presence on the ring floor, and they are going to need her tonight because they have a formidable set of challengers indeed. Accompanied to the ring by KARLEE, PEREZ, the manager. First, she stands at 5'5". She weighs 130 pounds from New York, New York. This is MARTI, BELLE. And her tag team partner comes to you from Detroit, Michigan. Hometown girl, standing at 5'10", weighing 150 pounds. This is ALLYSIN K. Collectively known as the Hex. And of course, wherever the Hex goes, KARLEE, PEREZ follows. And wherever KARLEE, PEREZ goes, she is followed by Sage Hale, and now by her twin sister, Briar Hale. It's been a number of months ago that KARLEE, PEREZ, using her Mystic Stone, basically took possession of the mind of Sage Hale. And Sage Hale follows that stone. Wherever the stone goes, Sage will follow. Sage has been known to use that stone as a weapon against her team's opponents. Her sister Briar went on a sort of a rescue mission and was unsuccessful in doing so. And after having lost in singles competition against her sister Sage, Breyer is now also compelled to be part of this entourage accompanying KARLEE, PEREZ, and the Hex. the Hex. So lots of combustible elements here tonight in this title matchup in Detroit. Let's get things started. We'll move some stuff around here, get the cards in position, get the fatigue tokens, the fatigue dice in position. World's Worst Gamer joins us here tonight. What a privilege it is, sir, to have you on tonight's broadcast to watch some wrestling. It is the superstars of Patriot Championship Wrestling joining forces with the superstars of Heartland Ladies Wrestling to bring you tonight's hype event. And we are ready to get things started with our opening matchup. It will be TASHA STEELZ opening the match for the champions against the powerhouse ALLYSIN K. And they will come together in the center of the ring for the opening lockup, and it will be TASHA taking control, and TASHA with a series of boxing jabs that stuns ALLYSIN K. And oh, she just hit her with a big uppercut to the chin, and that has put ALLYSIN K down. ALLYSIN K is down, and TASHA STEELZ quickly going for an HKD, and ALLYSIN K goes down and stays down. Here comes Big Swole into the ring for a double team, and on a roll of 3, it is a deadly face-first double suplex executed by the champions. They're going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is Snake Eyes, and on a roll of 9, ALLYSIN K just able to kick out, but she is quickly in trouble already, as the chemistry of these tag team champions has become the deciding factor here in the opening series of moves. And now a flatliner delivered by Big Swole. ALLYSIN K desperately trying to get over and make the tag, unable to do so. Big Swole remains in control. Big Swole now going for the Dirty Dancing. That's her finisher. That is a +2. The pin roll here, 5 or lower. And on a roll of 5, she may get her. KARLEE PEREZ quickly going to take action and attempts the distraction. And on a roll of 4, the distraction is successful. So the distraction works, and the pin count is interrupted. ALLYSIN K is still down. And now the champions are going to go for another double team, and on a roll of 6, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline. TASHA STEELZ now in control against ALLYSIN K. TASHA going for the Okur, a big cutter. And this time, ALLYSIN is going to leave the ring and roll out and down to the arena floor. Both these women A-rated brawlers on the arena floor, and on a roll of 10, it is TASHA STEELZ who is going to win the brawl on the arena floor with the use of a foreign object. She's got the bell hammer, and TASHA STEELZ just rang the bell of ALLYSIN K with the bell hammer. Will we see a disqualification here? We will not. The match continues as ALLYSIN K rolls back into the ring, and TASHA STEELZ is ready and waiting. TASHA now going for another HKD. She's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 4, and on a roll of 4, she may get her. KARLEE PEREZ is going to try and interfere, and on a roll of 11, KARLEE PEREZ jumps on the ring apron and raises her Mystic Stone. The Mystic Stone has come into play. KARLEE PEREZ has raised the Mystic Stone. But on a roll of 1, it is TASHA STEELZ who grabs the Mystic Stone and hits ALLYSIN K with the Mystic Stone. Give ALLYSIN a point of fatigue from taking the previous pin attempt. So the pin roll now is 5 or lower. And on a roll of 12, ALLYSIN able to kick out, but she is in big trouble here. And the Hex has been dispossessed of that stone. TASHA STEELZ throws the stone out to Samantha Evans at ringside. So the stone is out of play. And we're going to get another double team in the ring here by the champions. This time it is a devastating double team move by the champions that is going to cost ALLYSIN another point of fatigue. She is in huge trouble here. Can Big Swole get her with the finish? She's going to go for the flatliner. ALLYSIN remains down. Big Swole still in control here. And Big Swole now is going to go up for a death jump. Death jump coming up from Big Swole. And on a roll of 2, that is a ref bump. Of all things, a ref bump has taken place. Allison K is down. The Big Swole is down. The referee is down. Let's see what is going to happen here. On a roll of 2, the opponent is distracted by the referee, and it is Allison K able to take advantage. The referee will be out of commission for the next 4 moves. So Allison K has the opportunity to do some damage here. She is going to go for a wheelbarrow driver. That's a choice H maneuver. She can either try an agility roll of 6 or lower or a death jump on B. She'll try that death jump hold, and she hits the death jump. Now Marti Belle is in the ring. Marti Belle is not legal, but she is in the ring. And she is going to pull Big Swole out of the ring and down to the arena floor. It's a battle on the arena floor now between Marti Belle and Big Swole. And on a roll of 11, it is Marti Belle hitting a big move on the arena floor. Irish whip into the ring barricade. And Big Swole takes a point of fatigue. The referee is still down. TASHA STEELZ now getting involved. We're going to the gut check rolls. All 4 women are brawling at ringside. And it is the let's see, 12 minus 7 minus 5 is 0. 4 minus 6. So it is the challengers who win the gut check roll. So now it is Marti Belle who has the opportunity to do some more damage to Big Swole, and she is going to go for a she's going to go for a death jump here. Marti Belle going for the death jump, but on a roll of 5, it is Samantha Evans who pushes Marti Belle off of the top turnbuckle and down to the canvas, interrupting the death jump. Now the referee is up. The referee is putting Marti Belle out of the ring. In spite of the fact that a tag took place, the referee didn't see the tag. Big Swole now in control against Allison K. And she's going to go for the Dirty Dancing. The pin roll here, 9 or lower. And on a roll of 5, she got her. What an exciting opening bout that we have seen. As Allison K eats the pinfall, courtesy of Big Swole and the Dirty Dancing. And the team of Big Swole and TASHA STEELZ has successfully defended the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. And KARLEE PEREZ has been dispossessed of the Magic Stone. Samantha Evans in possession of the Magic Stone. The Hale twins are clearly disoriented at ringside. They don't know what to do. They don't know whether to follow KARLEE PEREZ or follow Samantha Evans. And now Big Swole and TASHA STEELZ have just taken out the Hale twins. And they are headed back to the dressing room with their titles intact. What a crazy scene of events. Question from Neil Lau, what is the Mystic Stone? This comes from the KARLEE PEREZ manager card, Promoter Prime 2017. KARLEE PEREZ is an enchantingly alluring but evil high priestess of darkness. She carries a mystic stone to ringside. Use this playing card in place of the regular manager interference chart. And some of the options on the chart, KARLEE PEREZ can smash the mystic stone on the opponent's head. She can use it to summon her disciples to attack, like the Hale twins. She can distract the opponent with the Mystic Stone. Or in this case, the Mystic Stone can be taken away and used against her team. And that's what happened here tonight in Detroit, as Allison K tastes defeat. And the team of Big SWOLE and TASHA STEELZ have successfully defended the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship here tonight in Detroit. Big match there. Lots of implications. We'll have to see what happens to that whole faction of the Hex and the Hale twins and KARLEE PEREZ now, without the possession of the Mystic Stone. So stay tuned to future details on that angle as we get ready now for our next contest. All told, there will be 7 matches here tonight. It's a hype event, so we do all of our matches live here on the channel. The following contest is a grudge match, and it will be conducted under Singapore cane rules. In this match, both wrestlers fight with a Singapore cane. They use the regular Texas deathmatch rules. Sometimes the wrestlers drop their canes and fight a regular match, and other times they try to use the canes. So I've got a Singapore cane chart here, which was part of the Ringside Companion Volume 1. So now let us introduce the competitors. Introducing first, from the jungles of Uganda. He is accompanied to the ring by former Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. This is KAMALA, the Ugandan Giant. And his opponent comes to you from Nashville, Tennessee, standing at 5'9", weighing 195 pounds. This is Jarrett. It was Jarrett who had to take on KAMALA in his very first match that ended in a disqualification and led to this confrontation here with the Singapore cane match in Detroit. KAMALA enlisting the services of Tim Walz, who has nothing better to do these days. He followed one KAMALA around to defeat. Now he's following another KAMALA around. We'll see if he has any better success in this new endeavor. And here we go. It is Jarrett who takes the opening initiative role here in this Singapore cane match, and he goes for a head scissors, taking KAMALA down to the mat. KAMALA is down. Jarrett stays on him and rams his head into the turnbuckle. You're not going to hurt the turnbuckle that way, or you're not going to hurt the head of KAMALA, the Ugandan Giant. You might hurt the turnbuckle. Jerry's going to try for a headlock. KAMALA wants nothing to do with that. KAMALA comes back and instead nails Jarrett with a wild forearm. And now it is KAMALA just biting Jarrett. And Jarrett suffers the effects of that bite, but Jarrett is going to turn the tables and come back with a snapmare to take KAMALA back down to the mat. Jarrett stays on him, head to the turnbuckle again, still stunned. And now Jarrett with a big body slam puts KAMALA down on the canvas. He's going to go for a quick cover, but KAMALA kicks out, and now Jarrett has picked up the Singapore cane. Jarrett, the first one to pick up the Singapore cane. And on a roll of 3, he tries to smash the opponent with the Singapore cane. But KAMALA ducks, and now KAMALA smashes Jarrett with the Singapore cane, and KAMALA takes over on offense. Super Blue 1971, Mike Fortune in the chat room. KAMALA now on offense, and he is going to go for a bear hug. This is a choice G maneuver, choice G. Choice G, of course, a death jump or a power rating. KAMALA not the type of individual to perform any sort of a death jump, so he's going to go for a power roll of 10 or lower, and on a roll of 10, he connects with the bear hug. And Jarrett is hurt. KAMALA comes back at him with a big scoop slam. Jarrett is hurt again. KAMALA stays on him, another big scoop slam, and Jarrett still slow to get to his feet. KAMALA stays on him now, and bites him once again. Once again, Kamala biting Jarrett. And Jarrett not very happy about that. And now it is Kamala with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Jarrett, and on a roll of 6, it is a big kick delivered by Kamala that stuns Jarrett. And now Kamala goes to the Ugandan nerve pinch, trying to weaken Jarrett and perhaps prevent Jarrett from swinging that Singapore cane effectively. And now it is going to be Kamala going to the Singapore cane once again. And on a roll of 10, it is Kamala with a deadly move on the opponent with the Singapore cane. Slaps him right between the eyes with that Singapore cane. That's going to cost Jarrett a point of fatigue. Kamala now in control. And Kamala going to go to the Singapore cane yet again. Kamala throwing Jarrett into the ropes and smashing him with the Singapore cane. Kamala going to take another shot with the Singapore cane. This time it is Jarrett ducking away, and Jarrett, who comes up with his own Singapore cane and slams it into the midsection of Kamala. Jarrett now is in control, and Jarrett's going to go for the Thez press. This is a pinning move. The pin roll here is 5 or lower, and on a roll of 6, he almost got him. Now Jarrett's going to go to the Singapore cane once again, and once again he misses. And it is Kamala who takes a whack with the steel cane. And Kamala now with a two-handed, on a roll of 11, it is Kamala who climbs to the top of the turnbuckle and dives off, hitting the opponent with the cane. Kamala going for the cover. The pin roll here is 3. And on a roll of 11, Jarrett kicks out, and the match will continue. Kamala still in control. Kamala now is going to go back to the Singapore cane again. And on a roll of 11, he hits him again, flying off the top turnbuckle. Again, he goes for the cover. And on a roll of 8, Jarrett again able to kick out, but he now has been busted open as the result of 2 shots from the Singapore cane coming off the top turnbuckle. Kamala going to the cane yet again. And this time they're both going to go for the Singapore cane. Roll 1 die to see who picks up a cane first. Even roll will go to Kamala. And on a roll of 5, it is Jarrett who beats Kamala to the punch on the Singapore cane. But Kamala is able to dodge the Singapore cane shot and nail Jarrett yet again. Kamala is dominating. And now we go out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And on a roll of 6, it is Kamala who wins the brawl on the arena floor with a thrust kick that sends Jarrett up and over the steel security railing. Kamala now going back to the Singapore cane, and on a roll of 9, he is choking Jarrett with the Singapore cane. That's going to cost Jerry another point of fatigue. What's Kamala going to do here? Out of the ring we go again. Jarrett not able to pull off any shenanigans here. And instead, on a roll of 10, it is Kamala taking another whack with the Singapore cane. Kamala going to hit him again. And on a roll of 7, Kamala smashes Jarrett again with the Singapore cane. Jarrett rolling back into the ring for his own protection. His face a crimson mask as Kamala moves in. And Kamala now going back to that Ugandan nerve pinch, trying to further weaken Jarrett. Jarrett, his face a mask of pain as Kamala picks up the cane once again. And Kamala again chokes Jarrett with the Singapore cane. This is getting ugly in a hurry. And now Kamala is going to go for a chest claw. A chest claw performed by Kamala. Jarrett gamely trying to fight back, staggering to his feet. Kamala slams him back down to the canvas. And Kamala now with a double thrust to the throat. Jarrett rolling out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Still no shenanigans here, but on the arena floor it is Kamala with another big move. slamming Jerry Jarrett onto the announcer's table. We may see a stoppage here on a roll of 7 or lower, and on a roll of 8, Jerry Jarrett just able to beat the 10 count and get back into the ring. KAMALA still ready with more damage in mind, and now he goes for the Ugandan splash. There is a mechanic here. He may forget to turn the opponent over, but he plays as normal. After the Ugandan splash, the pin roll now is 9 or lower, and on a roll of 7, he got him. KAMALA just decimated Jerry Jarrett in that Singapore cane match. Busting him open and finally pinning him after the Ugandan splash. So Tim Waltz picks up his first victory of the year 2024, much to his delight, as his man KAMALA has won the Singapore cane match here in Detroit. All right. So our first grudge match of the night has come and gone. And we've got some chat going on from Mike Fortune. KAMALA scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. Yeah, how about that? World's Worst Gamer sent my bro links to the game and sent him a link to this channel. I think he really could get a kick out of playing these games. He loves wrestling. I hope he takes a look. Yeah, I hope so too. Great game, says Mike Fortune. This federation has been active. My federation has been active since 2006. So Mike Fortune got here before I did, but I have enjoyed the game and especially enjoyed the Filsinger gaming community. Mike Fortune and a number of other great promoters. Grandpa Choco, the solo promoter, also an active member of the Filsinger game community with a wonderful YouTube channel where he does his Filsinger wrestling action as well. So check out the solo promoter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, World's Worst Gamer, for sending your brother our way. Two matches in, and I'm already losing my voice. As now we have another title match lined up for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. It is for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. Disqualification rules will be in effect. Of course, the Patriot territory runs the northeast part of the United States. Philadelphia, Boston, Toronto, Montreal, New York City. And they have been having a good run here, and tonight they are participants in this pay-per-view hype event. Introducing first the challenger. He is accompanied to the ring by PERCY Pringle III from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. Standing at 6'5", weighing 452 pounds, this is Big Van Vader. And his opponent is your reigning and defending Patriot Heavyweight Champion from Paradise Valley, Arizona. He is accompanied to the ring by the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. He stands at 6'5", 6'4", weighs 275 pounds. This is superstar Billy Graham. So Billy Graham moving out against Vader. It's not often that Billy Graham runs into a competitor more powerful than he is. But Vader is that man, and it's going to be a big show, a big test here for superstar Billy Graham here tonight in Detroit, under the watchful eye of PERCY Pringle III. Vader, of course, the lead vocalist of the band known as Bagpipes, Body Slams, and Beatboxing. PERCY Pringle, the beatboxer, for that illustrious band of performers. But tonight it is all business for Vader and for PERCY as they come out to the ring for tonight's Patriot Heavyweight Championship matchup. And it is, a tie on the opening initiative roll. So we go to some shenanigans from the Face to the Mat booklet, brought to you by Play.com. This is a standard ring match. It will be Superstar Billy Graham rolling on the shenanigans charts. And on a roll of 4-3, is the opponent, is the man a cheater? Yes, he is. And according to the book, the cheat wrestler scores an immediate win with a blatantly illegal tactic. Now, I don't allow this book to decide the outcomes of matches. So we will say that Billy Graham does something dirty at the beginning, and we will start him on level 3 offense. So Graham with a cheap shot on Vader to start the show. And Graham will take over on level 3 offense, and he is immediately going to go to a top rope knee drop, and that stuns Vader. And now it is Graham with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Vader, and on a roll of 8, it is a Graham with a big kick that stuns Big Van Vader. Graham follows that up with repeated kicks and stomps, stomping a mud hole in him, into the corner and down to the mat. Graham going to go for a quick cover. The pin roll here would be Snake Eyes, but on a roll of 5, it is Vader who kicks out. But he is still reeling from that pre-match attack as Vader is down, and Graham goes up for another top rope knee drop. He's going to try the cover again on a roll of 3 or lower, and on a roll of 8, Vader able to kick out. Billy Graham not getting paid by the hour tonight. He wants to win this match and take his title home from Detroit and not leave anything to chance against this dangerous challenger. And now it is Billy Graham going to the Superstar Bear Hug. This is a +1 finisher. The submission roll here 5 or lower, and on a roll of 6, Vader barely able to escape. He is already up to 3 tokens of fatigue, and that means it's time for Percy Pringle to make his presence known. And on a roll of Snake Eyes, Percy shoves the timekeeper to the ground and rings the bell, causing confusion in the ring. As the referee tries to figure out why the bell sounded, Percy's wrestler attacks his opponent from behind with his finisher. Opponent rolls pin plus finisher rating. Vader, of course, with a double finisher. So we'll go for an odd even roll. Actually, we'll go high-low. And the roll is high, so he goes for the release powerbomb, which is a +2 finisher. The pin roll here 3 or lower, and on a roll of 7, Graham is able to kick out. But finally, Percy Pringle III has been able to turn the tide for his man Vader, after Vader was on the receiving end of a lot of punishment here to begin this match. And now Vader pitches Billy Graham out of the ring and down to the arena floor, and here we go. On a roll of 4, it is Billy Graham who grabs Vader by the leg, pulls him out of the ring, and suplexes him onto the arena floor. Big move on the arena floor there by Billy Graham. He's back in control and going back out of the ring again. Action will remain on the arena floor. We will not see shenanigans as of yet. And on a roll of 6, it is Graham winning the brawl on the arena floor and dropping Vader stomach first across the security railing. Goodness gracious, that security railing had a family. Graham now in control, and we are out of the ring again. Still no shenanigans from Vader. And on a roll of 9, it is Graham who again wins the brawl on the arena floor, this time ramming the back of Vader into the ring apron. Billy Graham with the rough stuff here, and out of the ring we go yet again. And this time Vader on a roll of 5 is going to be the double disqualification roll. Both men have to roll disqualification. Graham will not be disqualified. Vader will not be disqualified. Now we go to the odd even roll. Vader gets the advantage on the even roll, and on a roll of 2, it is Vader who wins the brawl on the arena floor with a DDT onto the concrete floor. Wow, high impact moves by both these men. And now Vader is in control, and Vader is going for a bone-crunching splash in the corner, and superstar Billy Graham goes down. And now it's Vader taking the action out of the ring. And on a roll of 7, it is Vader who wins the brawl on the arena floor with a diving clothesline off of the ring apron. Graham is down. Vader is back in control. Vader out of the ring we go again. And now we're going to see some shenanigans as Billy Graham is going to go to the shenanigans chart. The out of the ring again chart coming into play. And on a roll of 2, it's going to be the tables chart. We go to the tables chart. Billy Graham trying to work with the table, and now the table is set up on the arena floor. And we're going to go to a gut check roll for both men to see who wins this battle. And it is superstar Billy Graham who wins the battle of the gut check and power bombs Big Van Vader through the table. That's going to cost Vader a point of fatigue and a count-out roll. The count-out roll 6 or lower, and on a roll of 7, Vader just able to make it back into the ring. Graham now in control, over the shoulder backbreaker. Vader slowly trying to get his way back to his feet, and now Graham has him in a full Nelson. Vader flailing around, trying to get free, as Graham tries to weaken his opponent. And now it is a knee smash to the back. Vader still staggered. And Graham comes back to the full Nelson. Again trying to weaken the big man. Vader will not go down. Another knee smash to the back. Vader keeps his feet. Graham now with another knee smash to the back. Vader still keeping his feet. A toss across the ring. And Vader goes down. Superstar Billy Graham taking a short breather there and flexing. And now back to the full Nelson. And Vader leaves the ring. And we're going to see more shenanigans on the arena floor. This time it is Vader going out of the ring again. And on a roll of 7, it's a foreign object roll. And there is a pipe wrench in play now. Vader has picked up a pipe wrench from under the ring. They're battling over the pipe wrench. A gut check roll again is in play. And the gut check roll is tied. The gut check roll is tied as the fatigue points come into play. And now both wrestlers grab an object. Vader has the wrench. Superstar Billy Graham picks up a chair. They're going at each other mano a mano. We may see one or both of these men disqualified here. Vader will not, or Graham will not be disqualified. Vader will not be disqualified. Each man takes a point of fatigue and the match finally goes back into the ring. Wrenches, chairs, action on the arena floor. And it will be Vader who is in control as the match heads back into the ring. Vader going to go for the Vader bomb. The pin roll here is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he may get him. Grand Wizard going to try his distraction. And the distraction is successful. So Graham has been able to save himself. And now we're going to the manager interference chart for the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. On a roll of 6, your manager jumps onto the ring apron and distracts the referee. But the opponent continues his attack. So the Grand Wizard has used all his bullets. Vader in control. Vader going for a big suplex. And Graham is hurt. Slowly both men get to their feet. And it is Vader now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes superstar Billy Graham. And on a roll of 4, it is Graham who takes advantage. Vader sets his head too soon. Vader is picked up by Graham, and Graham with a pile driver onto the mat. And now Graham goes to the superstar bear hug once again. The submission roll here would be 8. Percy Pringle III trying his last distraction. That's unsuccessful. Will Vader be forced to submit here? Yes, he will. Your winner and still Patriot heavyweight champion after a brutal match, superstar Billy Graham. A tremendous match indeed for superstar Billy Graham, who has successfully defended the Patriot Heavyweight Championship here in Detroit. All right, great match there. I'm going to take a short break, and we'll be back with more action in about 30 seconds. All right, fans, we are back. Congratulations to superstar Billy Graham for a sensational title match victory over Big Van Vader. It started before the opening bell with a sneak attack by Graham, and Graham was able to maintain control for a while, weaken Vader somewhat until Percy Pringle got involved and allowed Vader to take advantage. Out to the arena floor we went. We saw tables come into play. As Vader was put through a table, we saw both men deploy the use of foreign objects as Vader grabbed a wrench and superstar Billy Graham grabbed a steel chair. They wailed away on each other, but in the end, it was superstar Billy Graham with great resilience coming away victorious by way of the superstar bear hug. And it looked like we had a fair amount of activity in the chat room during that match. So let's catch up with what happened in the chat. Super Blue 1971. Big Van Vader is a beast. Won a tournament with him at Galacticon. Yeah, I think I remember that. Let's go Superstar. Should be an ad one for that DDT. I don't think so. I think that came off of the just the standard outside the ring chart. Maybe there should have been an ad one, but thank you for the insight there. I may have missed one there. In any event, it was Superstar who came in with the victory at the end of the match. So no harm done after the correct observation by Mike Fortune of the additional token of fatigue that did not happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is going to be another grudge match with another dramatic storyline in its wake. And this storyline centers around this individual known as MSCHIF. MSCHIF, early in 2024, tried to recruit cheerleader Melissa to team up with her in a tag team, but Melissa wound up being sidelined with an injury, prompting MSCHIF to go in search of a tag team partner. She tried a couple of different rookies. Sandra Moon was involved. HEIDI HOWITZER was involved. The team of MSCHIF and HEIDI HOWITZER could not see any success, and finally at the end of the pairing, that team totally split and ended up fighting with each other and challenging each other to a grudge match here tonight in Detroit. However, cheerleader Melissa has been cleared, and she will serve as the special guest referee for this contest. Cheerleader Melissa was talking about retiring and talking about, and there was rumors flying about that she would be the first ever inductee into the Heartland Hall of Fame. But MSCHIF talked cheerleader Melissa into trying a tag team run before her retirement. That didn't work out. But now we may see what's going to happen to the career of cheerleader Melissa tonight. Will she retire? Will she join forces with MSCHIF? Will she come back into the ring in singles competition? You are slightly out of focus, or it could be me. Well, let's give that a try. As we go to the camera and the properties. Configure the video. Let's go back to autofocus. I don't like autofocus because it tends to make things wiggle around whenever there is movement on the camera. But we'll try the autofocus and see if that helps. So let me know if the autofocus helps us here. So, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest will be scheduled for one fall to a finish with no disqualification. Introducing first your special guest referee, a former multi-time Heartland Ladies Champion. I believe 11 times she's held that title. Here tonight in the capacity of a special guest referee, this is cheerleader Melissa. And we will go to the special guest referee chart from the Filsinger Games Ringside Companion for the purposes of this match. And we will consult this chart anytime a choice situation is rolled. We have to choose a favored wrestler, but right now we don't know who the favored wrestler is from the perspective of the fans. We don't know what's going to happen here, whether Melissa is going to side with her former partner or whether she is going to endeavor to kind of get MSCHIF back under control. Introducing first, from the Inferno, your soul's tormentor, weighing in at 137 pounds and standing at 5'7". This is MSCHIF. And her opponent, standing at 5'8", weighing 170 pounds, hailing from a future of babes and robots. This is HEIDI HOWITZER. HEIDI HOWITZER to take on MSCHIF in grudge match action under the watchful eye of cheerleader Melissa. How's my focus, guys? Any better, or is there anything else I need to do here to fix things? Please let me know. As we continue on the match, and it is HEIDI HOWITZER who wins the opening initiative roll. And she comes right at MSCHIF with a VADER bomb. That's an agility move. The agility is even for these ladies. MSCHIF will have the advantage on the power. So the VADER bomb is successful, and MSCHIF is hurt. Slow to get to her feet. HEIDI is on her now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes MSCHIF, and on a roll of 10. That is a big specialty move, a jumping stunner delivered by HEIDI HOWITZER, and MSCHIF is down. HEIDI stays on her now with a full Nelson turnbuckle slam, and MSCHIF is leaving the ring. Out we go to the arena floor, but on a roll of 7, it is HEIDI HOWITZER winning the battle on the arena floor and suplexing MSCHIF onto the arena floor. HEIDI HOWITZER now in control, and now for the first time we go to the guest referee chart. And on a roll of 7, play normally and refer to the choice situations chart. So this would be a standing power slam. This would be a choice G maneuver. So she can either go death jump A or tombstone pile driver on a roll of 6 or lower. She's going to try the tombstone pile driver, and she hit it. She got all of that tombstone pile driver. She's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is Snake Eyes. And on a roll of 7, MSCHIF able to kick out. HEIDI HOWITZER still in control here, and now she goes for the jumping stunner. This is a +1 finisher. The pin roll here 4 or lower. And on a roll of 9, MSCHIF kicks out again. HEIDI Howitzer has taken over on MSCHIF. And now it is a choice G situation again. So we go to the guest referee chart, and on a roll of 9, it is MSCHIF who gets frustrated and argues with cheerleader Melissa. And it is HEIDI Howitzer attacking from behind with a specialty move. HEIDI Howitzer back in control here. Going for a moonsault. She catches the moonsault. And MSCHIF is hurt. HEIDI Howitzer still in control here with a big back suplex. MSCHIF is hurt once again. HEIDI stays on her. Running lariat, and finally MSCHIF dodges that and gets the reversal and comes back with double foot stomps. That is a choice maneuver. So we go back to the guest referee chart, and again MSCHIF is giving Melissa a piece of her mind. And again, HEIDI Howitzer takes the opportunity to attack from behind and catch MSCHIF with a power bomb. HEIDI goes for the cover. Pin roll is 4, but MSCHIF able to kick out. And HEIDI now is going to pitch MSCHIF out of the ring once again and down to the arena floor, where HEIDI wins the brawl on the arena floor and slams the head of MSCHIF into the ring post. And it certainly appears that cheerleader Melissa has aligned herself with HEIDI Howitzer in this situation, as MSCHIF now is in trouble. And HEIDI is going to go for another choice G maneuver, and this time we're going to play normally. And she will again hit a standing power slam on MSCHIF. And MSCHIF now is leaving the ring. And on a roll of 8, it is HEIDI winning the brawl again and just pitching MSCHIF into the crowd. Melissa putting the count on MSCHIF. MSCHIF complaining that that's a fast count as she rolls back into the ring where HEIDI's waiting. HEIDI now with a full Nelson turnbuckle slam. That stuns MSCHIF. She follows that up with double overhand chops, does HEIDI. And followed by more double overhand chops. HEIDI just punishing MSCHIF. Now a hip attack in the corner. HEIDI going for the pin. The pin roll here 5 or lower, and on a roll of 8, MSCHIF able to kick out. HEIDI just can't seem to put her away. MSCHIF's going to have another conversation with the referee as HEIDI sets up for a moonsault. And this time HEIDI misses the moonsault. MSCHIF will take over. And it is MSCHIF with a series of clubbing forearms. HEIDI firing right back with a running lariat. MSCHIF firing right back with the Gates of Hell 2, and that stuns HEIDI. HEIDI slowly getting to her feet. MSCHIF hits the Gates of Hell 2 again. MSCHIF is going to follow that up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes HEIDI, and on a roll of 11, it is a big panic attack hit by MSCHIF on HEIDI Howitzer. HEIDI is down, and MSCHIF goes for another big panic attack. HEIDI slowly getting to her feet. MSCHIF with another whip to the turnbuckle. And this time it is HEIDI who bounces off the turnbuckle and catches MSCHIF with a skull-splitting running lariat. MSCHIF is down. MSCHIF again going to have words with Melissa. And on a roll of 3, it is the MSCHIF trying to punch the referee, but the referee counters and punches the wrestler. The opponent goes for the cover. Melissa with a fast count increased the wrestler's pin rating by 3. So the pin roll here will be 9 or lower. And on a roll of 6, she got her with a fast count. HEIDI Howitzer is your winner by way of a fast count after a punch from cheerleader Melissa. So HEIDI Howitzer gets the win. MSCHIF very upset at cheerleader Melissa. And I don't know what's going to happen next. We may see Melissa's farewell match in a grudge match against MSCHIF. That may be Melissa's retirement match. We'll have to see what happens between these two in the days and weeks to come. But your winner in tonight's grudge match is HEIDI HOWITZER with a big singles win over MSCHIF, thanks to the intervention of special guest referee cheerleader Melissa. All right. Thank you, Al Red Sox fan, for the technical assistance there. And now we go to our championship matches for the night. We have 3 more World Championship quality matches, as I consider the ladies heavyweight champion to be on par with the other World Heavyweight Championships in Heartland Championship Wrestling. So, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Heartland Ladies Championship. Disqualification rules will be in effect. Introducing first the challenger from Washington, D.C. She stands at 5'8", weighs 180 pounds. This is Trish ADORA. And her opponent is your reigning and defending Heartland Ladies Champion out of Austin, Texas. She stands at 5'2". She weighs 160 pounds. This is the juggernaut, Jordynne Grace. So this ought to be a banger. Jordynne Grace and Trish ADORA, 2 hard-hitting powerhouse wrestlers in the Heartland Ladies division, battling it out with the Heartland Ladies Championship on the line. And the opening initiative role is won by Trish. Trish coming out confidently and trying for a cross-body attack. That is a agility roll. The agility is equal for these 2 wrestlers. Jordynne Grace, of course, with the power advantage. So Jordynne is dazed, and Trish comes at her again with a leg scissors and a push-up. Little showmanship there by Trish ADORA. Both ladies again getting to their feet. And now it is Trish attempting a fisherwoman carry, but Jordynne able to hit the reversal on that one. And quickly lift up Trish ADORA over her shoulder into a torture rack. Nice reversal there by Jordynne Grace. Jordynne now in control, and Jordynne with a big bear hug, attempting to weaken Trish ADORA. Jordynne keeps the pressure on that bear hug, and finally Trish ADORA able to work her way free. And as they come together again, it is Trish ADORA with another fisherwoman carry, taking Jordynne back down to the canvas. Good move there, but now Trish attempts a shoulder slam. That's a power move, and that is not going to end well for any opponent of Jordynne Grace. Jordynne wins that confrontation and now is going for the Ganyasuke clutch, a choice E maneuver, choice E. So she'll need a roll of 9 or lower to hit that. She is able to successfully roll Trish up with the Ganyasuke clutch, and Trish slowly gets back to her feet. And now a Michinoku driver executed by Jordynne Grace to put Trish back down onto the canvas. Jordynne now taking control with her power and back up into the torture rack. Jordynne trying to weaken Trish ADORA here. Now goes back to the Ganyasuke clutch. Again, successfully able to execute that. Now she's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is snake eyes, but Trish ADORA able to kick out. And we've seen Jordynne Grace win a number of matches with that Ganyasuke clutch. It is a combination of an arm bar and a pinning predicament. And it takes a fair amount of agility to escape from that predicament. Now Jordynne is going to go with the Argentine power bomb. Another big high impact move. Trish ADORA absorbs the punishment, slowly gets back to her feet. And now a hip attack from Jordynne. Stuns Trish and sends her back into the corner. Trish follows that up with another bear hug. But this time Trish able to see the bear hug coming. And it is Trish who reverses the bear hug and gets Jordynne up over her shoulder and down to the canvas hard with an Olympic slam. Jordynne Grace, the champion, now rolling out of the ring and down to the arena floor and on a roll of 4. That is the double disqualification roll. Jordynne Grace will not be disqualified. TRISH ADORA may be disqualified on a roll of 5 or lower. She will not be. So now we go to the odd even roll. The even roll will go to Jordynne Grace, and on a roll of 6, it is Jordynne Grace winning the brawl on the arena floor with a cannonball off of the ring apron. Trish stunned by that move. And now another big Argentine powerbomb plants Trish onto the canvas. The torture rack applied once again. This time Trish able to sneak out the back door of that one and try to attempt a leg scissors. Jordynne reverses that, and Jordynne comes back with a whip to the turnbuckle with a choice B move. Actually, we'll go for the standing drop kick on a roll of 8 or lower, and on a roll of 5, she connects with that standing drop kick, and Trish ADORA is staggered. Jordynne Grace follows that up with a big pounce. Coming out of nowhere, she's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 3, and on a roll of 5, Trish able to kick out. Jordynne following that up with the fall from Grace. Again, she goes for the cover. The pin roll now 4 or lower, and on a roll of 10, Trish kicks out again. But the fatigue beginning to take its toll on Trish ADORA as Jordynne keeps the pressure on, and now she goes to the Grace driver. This is a +2 finisher. The pin roll here is 7, and on a roll of 10, Trish able to kick out. How about that? Jordynne Grace pulling out everything in her arsenal. Trish ADORA hanging tough. And now another Grace driver. The pin roll now is 8 or lower, and on a roll of 6, she got her. So Trish ADORA put up a good match there, but Jordynne Grace has successfully defended the Heartland Ladies Championship here in Detroit after hitting the Grace driver on 2 consecutive occasions. So congratulations to your winner, and still Heartland Ladies Champion Jordynne Grace. All right, fans, we still got a good crowd in the chat room as we are now ready for our 2 NWA World Championship matches here tonight in Detroit. Both of these are rematches from previous title changes that took place last month. And we will start with the tag team title match. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Disqualification rules will be in effect. Introducing first the challengers. They're accompanied to the ring by James E. Cornette at a total combined weight of 458 pounds. It is Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express. I always thought that was one of the coolest entrance themes. Of course, the champions have a pretty cool entrance theme of their own, but there is no way I will ever be able to replicate the vocal stylings of one Axl Rose with Welcome to the Jungle, as the tune Welcome to the Jungle plays overhead for your champions, reigning and defending NWA World Tag Team Champions at a total combined weight of 525 pounds out of Bay City, Michigan. It's Rick and Scotty, the Steiner brothers. And of course, the fans here in Detroit are all up into the Steiner brothers, much to the chagrin of Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express. As the Steiner brothers won the Filsinger Cup Championship in October, they got their Tag Team World Championship shot against the Midnights in November and won that match. Here we are in December with the rematch, and it will be Scotty Steiner starting things off against Beautiful Bobby. And it is Scotty who wins the opening initiative role and comes out with a single leg takedown. Eaton is quickly back up to his feet. They come together again in the center of the ring. And now it is Scotty attempting a fireman's carry takeover. Eaton reverses that. And Eaton deftly with a divorce court brings Scotty down hard onto the shoulder. And Bobby Eaton with the reversal is now in control. Eaton now comes with a spinning neck breaker. This is a choice E maneuver. Choice E. He can hit this on a roll of 7 or lower. And on a roll of 5, he connects with the spinning neck breaker, dumping Scotty on the back of his head. Scotty slow to get to his feet. Eaton now summons Lane into the ring. We're going to see a double team, and on a roll of 6, it is a bone-crunching an awesome double neck breaker delivered by the challengers. And Lane is now in the ring and in control with a chance to do some damage here. He goes for the Midnight Lariat, stunning Scotty Steiner. Steiner getting back to his feet. Lane stays on him with a spin kick. Scotty absorbs the spin kick, and Scotty comes back with a fireman's carry that takes Lane over and down to the canvas. But it is Lane quickly making the tag into Beautiful Bobby. And Eaton now comes in and takes control against Scotty Steiner. Eaton now with an armbar that takes Scotty down to one knee. Well executed by Scotty. Eaton, of course, injured the shoulder of Scotty with that divorce cord. Now continues to work the shoulder with this armbar. And a stinging right hand by Bobby Eaton puts Scott Steiner down to the canvas. Wow, he lit him up with that right hand. And now it is Bobby Eaton going for the Vegematic. He's going to go for his finisher here. It's a +3 finisher, the pin roll 5 or lower. And on a roll of 8, Scotty able to kick out. But in some trouble here. And now it is Eaton and Lane going to do a little double team dance and execute a bone-crunching double clothesline onto Scotty Steiner. Steiner is still down. And now it is Stan Lane in control. And Lane is going to go for a Russian leg sweep. That is a 0 finisher. The pin roll here 3 or lower. And on a roll of 6, Scotty able to kick out. But in some trouble here as Lane maintains control. And now it is Lane going up for a rocket launcher. This is a +2 finisher. So the pin roll now is 6 or lower. And that means Rick Steiner's got to try the pin save. And on a roll of 6, he is able to make the save. But that cost his team their first pin save attempt. And now with 3 fatigue tokens and Scotty in trouble, Rick is going to attempt a double team. He's going to use his last pin save attempt, or his last interference attempt here. As soon as I find my way over to the appropriate chart. And just for fun, I'll put this tag team interference chart on the screen briefly. I don't think the outside interference chart works well in tag matches, so I made my own tag team interference chart. And let me put that on the screen if I go to the monitor. Now you should see the tag team interference chart on the screen. As Scotty is down, Rick is coming into the ring. And on a roll of 6, the referee puts the opponent's partner out of the ring. So Rick comes in, Eaton comes in, the referee puts Eaton out of the ring, and that enables Scotty to take advantage of the distraction, and Scotty will take over on level 2 offense as we go back to the tabletop. All right, Scotty Steiner taking over on level 2 offense. But the Steiners have used up all of their interference attempts. And Scotty comes with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Sweet Stan Lane. And on a roll of 6, it is Lane with a running shoulder tackle that puts Scotty back down onto the canvas. So Scotty's advantage very short-lived there as Lane takes over. And Lane now with a spin kick that stuns Scotty. Scotty gets to his feet. Lane's going to make the tag to Beautiful Bobby Eaton. And he's Eaton with a knee drop onto Scotty, and again connecting solidly on Scotty, and Scotty is down. What's Eaton going to do here? He's going to go for the Alabama Jam. In tag matches, this is a +3 move and not a finisher. So he hits the Alabama Jam, but does not go for the cover. And Scotty able to get back to his feet, and now a big vertical suplex from Eaton. Can Scotty get over and make the tag? Yes, he does. Finally, Scotty Steiner makes the tag, and Rick Steiner coming into the ring. Woof, 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 woof. And Rick comes in with a series of big right hands on Bobby Eaton. Eaton standing his ground. Rick stays on him with more big right hands. Eaton fires right back. And it is Eaton with a stinging right hand of his own. Steiner fires back. They're going at it, fists and fire. Here's a double leg takedown by Rick Steiner, taking Eaton down to the canvas. And quickly it is Eaton making the tag into Sweet Stan Lane. Boy, it's not many men that can go fist and fire with Rick Steiner, but that stinging right hand from Bobby Eaton is a thing of beauty. And now it is Lane in the ring with a big back suplex. And oh, Rick Steiner gets right up from the big back suplex. Lane stays on him, tries a double arm suplex. That's a power move, and that ain't going to work against the likes of Rick Steiner. Steiner now takes control with a backbreaker / elbow smash. That's a tag move, and that brings Scotty into the ring as the legal man. And Scotty now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Sweet Stan Lane, and on a roll of 7, it's a drop down. And Lane comes back off the ropes the other way, and this time a running back elbow from Steiner stuns Stan Lane. Quickly, Scotty making the tag back into Rick Steiner, who comes back into the ring and goes with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Sweet Stan Lane, and on a roll of 9, it is a big move by both men. Lane unfortunately has that C rating on his turnbuckle, and that's going to give Rick the advantage. And Rick is going to go for a belly-to-belly suplex. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 3, and on a roll of 6, Lane able to kick out. But Rick now has taken control on Sweet Stan Lane. And Rick now is going to go for the Steiner Dog. This is a +3 finisher. The pin roll here is 7. And Jim Cornette is going to go for his distraction roll on 9 or lower. The 12 does not work. But on a roll of 10, Lane is able to kick out. Wow. Jim Cornette not able to provide the distraction, but Lane still able to kick out. And now Scotty is once again the legal man in the ring. The Steiners are going to go for a double team. And on a roll of 6, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline. The big arms of both Steiner brothers taking down Sweet Stan Lane. And now it is Scotty in control and pitching Stan Lane out of the ring and down to the arena floor. That may be just the respite that the Midnights needed, as Lane was in trouble here. And sure enough, on a roll of 5, it is Lane winning the brawl on the arena floor. And Irish whipping Scotty Steiner into the ring steps. Will we see a disqualification here? We will not. And the Midnights are back in control. Lane is going to go up for a crawling headbutt, a choice F maneuver, choice F. So he will need a roll of 5 or lower to hit either one of these moves. And I have a house rule that I use here. Instead of a choice move, I will allow the offensive wrestler to tag and go down 1 level on the chart. So Eaton now tags in. He's going to be on level 2 instead of level 3. And he is going to hit Scotty Steiner with a stinging right hand. But that tag gave Scotty time to recover. And Scotty's going to fire right back with a Steiner line of his own. And down goes Bobby Eaton. Scotty now in control with a fall-away slam that takes Eaton down to the canvas. And he's going to tag Brother Rick back into the match. Rick Steiner comes in with a whip to the ropes. Thought better of that, and instead Steiner is going to go for a big body slam. But Eaton gets out the back door of the body slam on the reversal, and it's Eaton with a stinging right hand that stuns Rick Steiner. Wow, Eaton has been wrestling the match of his life here. Now he is going to go with a choice B maneuver, which will be an agility roll 8 or lower for a standing drop kick which connects. Rick Steiner stunned. Eaton stays on him with another stinging right hand. Steiner dazed, but coming back at him. Headlock and punch delivered by Eaton. Steiner on the reversal comes back with an attempt at a hip toss. That is an agility maneuver, and obviously Eaton has the agility all over Rick Steiner. So Eaton takes over with a big vertical suplex, putting Steiner down onto the canvas. Can Rick make the tag? No, he cannot, as Eaton maintains control. And Eaton now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Rick Steiner, and on a roll of 5, it is Rick Steiner with a running shoulder block that takes Eaton down to the canvas. Steiner now with a twisting power slam that puts Eaton back down on the mat. Eaton slow to get to his feet. Steiner's on him. Whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Eaton. And on a roll of 7, it is a big kick by Rick Steiner that stuns Bobby Eaton. Steiner brothers going to go for the double team. And on a roll of 7, that is a running forearm smash delivered by Scotty Steiner. He is in control now on level 2 offense. And he is going to go with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Bobby Eaton, and on a roll of 8, it is a big kick by Scotty Steiner that stuns beautiful Bobby. Scotty now rolls him over into a single leg Boston Crab. Eaton quick to get over to the ropes, both men getting to their feet. Scotty's going to tag Brother Rick back into this match. And it is Eaton now getting the drop on Brother Rick with another whip, with another bulldog. That's a choice B maneuver, so he'll go to the agility roll of 8 or lower. And on a roll of 5, he is able to connect with that bulldog. And Steiner is hurt. Whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Rick Steiner, but on a roll of 4, it is Bobby Eaton who sets his head too soon, and Steiner picks him up and slams him down to the mat hard. Now a backbreaker into a buckle ram. And Eaton is stunned. Steiner stays on him, another whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Eaton. Eaton's going to reverse that. And now it is Eaton with a big kick that stuns Rick Steiner. Eaton follows that up with a divorce court, slamming the shoulder of Rick Steiner into the canvas. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 3. And on a roll of 6, Steiner able to kick out. Rick able to make the kick out. Eaton stays on him. Eaton now with a slingshot backbreaker. And Steiner is going to leave the ring and go out to the arena floor. Both these men are A-rated brawlers. And on the arena floor, on a roll of 9, it is Bobby Eaton winning the brawl on the arena floor with a pile driver onto the ring steps. That looked like it had to hurt. If nothing else, it hurt the ring steps. Eaton now in control. Eaton with another slingshot backbreaker. Steiner again leaving the ring. We will not see any shenanigans here. And on a roll of 8, once again, it is Eaton winning the brawl on the arena floor and just pitching Steiner over the top rope and into the crowd. Steiner beats the 10 count back into the ring, but we're going to see a double team action here. And on a roll of 8, it is an awesome double neck breaker executed by the Midnights that keeps Steiner down on the mat. Lane now in control. They're going to go up for another finisher here. The rocket launcher again to be executed, a level 2 finisher or a +2 finisher. The pin roll here 6 or lower, and on a roll of 7, Steiner barely gets his leg over the bottom rope. As Stan Lane nearly made the cover and got the pinfall. Bobby Eaton now your legal man in the ring after the rocket launcher. And Eaton is now going to go up for a death jump. But on a roll of 5, Rick catches Eaton climbing the turnbuckle and slams him down to the mat hard. Eaton is down and Rick Steiner now is in control. Rick going to go for a back body drop on a choice C. Choice C. He will need a roll of 9 or lower to hit this at level 2. And he does indeed hit the move. But on a roll of 2, it's Bobby Eaton with the level 2 reversal, regaining control. And Eaton now with the divorce court puts Rick back down onto the canvas again. Both men have suffered the divorce court multiple times here from Eaton. Steiner trying to get over and make the tag, unable to do so. Eaton in control. And Eaton going up for a top rope elbow. Didn't get all of that one. Steiner able to stagger to his feet. Eaton stays on him with another stinging right hand. And Steiner is stunned. Another stinging right hand, and Steiner is going to fire back with a series of big right hands of his own. Eaton will not go down. Eaton fires back with a knee drop that stuns Rick Steiner. Big knee smash to the gut. Can Rick make the tag? No, he cannot. And it is now a spinning neckbreaker attempt by Bobby Eaton. This is a choice E maneuver. He will need 9 or lower to connect on that. He got him over and down to the canvas with that spinning neckbreaker. He goes for the cover. The pin roll now is 5, and on a roll of 10, Rick able to kick out. But both Steiner brothers are in trouble here as Bobby goes for the Alabama Jam, not a finisher. But he stuns Rick Steiner with that move. Whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Rick Steiner, and on a roll of 6. That is the drop down. And coming back on a roll of 8, it is a high back body drop by Bobby Eaton that puts Steiner back down onto the canvas. Another divorce court executed by Bobby Eaton. Steiner desperately trying to tag in brother Scotty. He makes the tag, and in comes Scotty. Scotty comes at him with a big clothesline across the back. Eaton down to his knees. Fall away slam by Scotty. Eaton rolls out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And on a roll of 7, that's the best man wins roll. And that is to the advantage of Bobby Eaton, who drops Scotty Steiner throat first across the security railing. Jim Cornette is beside himself with excitement now as Steiner is hurt. And beautiful Bobby going up for a top rope elbow. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 5. And on a roll of 8, Scotty has kicked out. Boy, the Steiner showing great resilience here after multiple near falls. Eaton still in control here, and Eaton going for another slingshot backbreaker. Didn't get all of that one. Scotty slowly getting to his feet. But Eaton stays on him with an attempt at a spinning neck breaker. He's going to need 7 or lower to complete that. And on a roll of 9, it is blocked. And it is Scotty who comes back with the Steiner line. Eaton ducks out of the way of the Steiner line. And it is Eaton with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Scotty Steiner, and on a roll of 5. That is a big pile driver executed by Scotty Steiner. As Eaton set his head too soon. Scotty now in control. Tilt-a-whirl slam. And Eaton rolls out of the ring and down to the arena floor. On the arena floor, a roll of 5. That's the double disqualification roll. Will Scotty be disqualified? Maybe. Will Scotty be disqualified? No. Will Eaton be disqualified? No. And now we go to the odd even roll with the advantage going to Eaton on the even roll. And on a roll of 3, it is Scotty who wins the brawl on the arena floor and slams Bobby Eaton onto the announcer's table. Scotty back in control. And Scotty now with a tilt-a-whirl slam. Both men slow to get to their feet. Scotty in control makes the tag to brother Rick, who is slightly fresher than brother Scott. And Rick comes in with a twisting body slam. Down to the canvas goes Bobby Eaton. Eaton able to make the tag to his partner, Sweet Stan Lane. What a tag team match we are seeing here tonight. As Eaton comes in, or Lane comes in, attempts a double arm suplex. That's a power move. That ain't going to work. And instead, it is Scotty with a backbreaker elbow smash. Rick hitting Lane. The pin roll here 5 or lower. And on a roll of 6, Lane is able to kick out. But that is 3 tokens of fatigue. So now Jim Cornette is going to use his manager roll. And on a roll of 12, Cornette attempts to interfere with his tennis racket. The opponent grabs it and smashes Cornette's wrestler. Opponent rolls disqualification 6. Will Rick Steiner be disqualified? Yes. That is a disqualification. And Rick Steiner has been disqualified for hitting Stan Lane with the tennis racket. So the Midnight Express get the disqualification victory and a no disqualification rematch, as the Steiner brothers will keep the gold for now. What a tag team match we have seen. Yeah, so I use, when it's a chart roll like this that leads to the disqualification, I do not use the double roll. So if it's something like a tennis racket shot, something blatant like that shouldn't be a judgment call, One roll is all you get. The stuff that's out of the ring and both men are battling it out and such like, then I use the double roll. But in this situation, it is the Midnights winning the match by DQ. The Steiners keep the titles, but there will be a no disqualification rematch coming up next month at our next hype event in January. So Rick Steiner hits Sweet Stan Lane with a tennis racket, costing his team the disqualification. But after a grueling match, the Steiner brothers do enough to survive and keep their titles intact for another month. And Ron Simmons has joined us in the chat room. Or perhaps it's World's Worst Gamer doing his best Ron Simmons impersonation. But thank you for that commentary. As we are now ready for your main event of the evening. Assuming that my voice will hold out. All bets are off. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. It is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He's accompanied to the ring by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He is a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He stands at 6'7" and weighs 273 pounds out of Sweetwater, Texas. This is Barry Windham. Barry Windham. And his opponent is your reigning and defending NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is accompanied to the ring by the Mountie. From San Francisco, California, standing at 6'1", weighing 243 pounds, this is Pat Patterson. The Mountie, of course, has no managerial card, but he is an accomplice of Pat Patterson and a known troublemaker. He's mainly here to be sure that Jimmy Hart doesn't misbehave too much. Jimmy Hart, of course, always has backup, usually in the form of Stan Hansen or Ole Anderson, who may be in the building here tonight. So the Mountie has got his shock stick loaded up and ready in the event of any intruder alert, as these two men square off with the heavyweight championship of the world on the line. And it is Barry Windham who wins the opening initiative roll, and Windham who comes out with a one-arm body slam. That is a choice B maneuver, choice B. So we can either go with agility 7 or lower or turnbuckle B. We will go with turnbuckle B. And in case you're wondering, the agility of both these men is -1. That will be even. Windham, of course, with the power advantage. And the whip to the turnbuckle. Patterson comes off the turnbuckle, and on a roll of 8, it is Windham with a big kick that stuns Pat Patterson. Windham follows that up. Thought about a whip to the ropes, thought better of it. And Windham instead will go with a hip toss that takes Patterson up, over, and down to the canvas hard. Windham in control now, again, foregoing the whip to the ropes to roll up for an elbow smash. And he stuns Pat Patterson with the elbow smash. And now a big suplex by Barry Windham. And when you're 6'7", the suplex has a lot more meaning to it. And Pat Patterson is stunned, slowly getting to his feet. Windham stays on him with a European uppercut. Windham follows that up with another European uppercut. Pat Patterson standing his ground, and Pat Patterson coming back with a high back body drop that dumps Barry Windham down to the canvas. Patterson now in control, the World Heavyweight Champion, with a rapid punch combination that again stuns Barry Windham. And now Patterson with a series of jumping stomps, keeping Barry Windham at bay. And now Patterson rolls him over into a Boston Crab. dangerous technical competitor is Pat Patterson. But Windham able to make his way to the ropes to force the break on that hold. And Patterson now with another rapid punch combination, again keeping Windham on the defensive. Pat Patterson wrestling a smart match here. And now a throat drop onto the top rope. Barry Windham took a big swing, missed. Pat Patterson picked him up around the waist, hot-shotted him onto the top rope. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is Snake Eyes. And on a roll of 8, Barry Windham able to kick out. Patterson maintains control, and Patterson now with a figure 4 leg lock. That is an add 1 maneuver. Another point of fatigue absorbed by Barry Windham before Windham is able to make his way to the bottom rope and force the hold to be broken. Patterson stays on him, whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Barry Windham, and on a roll of 6, it is Windham with a knee to the head of a charging Pat Patterson. Windham now takes over on the offense, and Windham with a big power slam, and Patterson hits the canvas hard and rolls out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And surprisingly, Patterson has the advantage. Patterson an A brawler, Barry Windham a B brawler. And on a roll of 5, Patterson, that is the double DQ roll. Will Patterson be disqualified? No. And this is a situation where I will double the rolls. Windham will not be disqualified. So we go to the odd even roll. The even roll will go to Patterson. And on a roll of 2, it is Patterson who wins the brawl on the arena floor and drives the back of Barry Windham into the ring apron. And as we all know, the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring. Patterson now in control and going back to that figure 4 leg lock. Again, costing Windham a point of fatigue. And now Windham is down and slow to get up. And with 3 points of fatigue, Jimmy Hart is going to use his chart roll. And on a roll of 7, Hart jumps on the ring apron and distracts the referee while the megaphone falls into the ring. Hart's wrestler and the opponent dive for the megaphone. Roll 1, die. And on an even roll, it will be Windham who gets control of the megaphone. And on a roll of 2, Windham indeed gets control of the megaphone and smashes Pat Patterson with the megaphone. That cost Patterson a point of fatigue. And there is no associated disqualification roll on that chart. So Windham takes over on level 3 offense. And Windham now pitches Patterson out of the ring. No choice. And on the arena floor, on a roll of 7, that's the best man wins roll. And that means Patterson wins the brawl with a backdrop onto the announcer's table. So Patterson wins the brawl on the arena floor, and he now has the advantage. Jimmy Hart has used his chart roll. He's got 1 possible distractor rating left. And as Pat Patterson goes up for a death jump, let's see, death jump A with equal agility. It's a choice roll, so his other choice is to go up to level 2 offense. So he's going to roll up. Pat Patterson's got 3 rated offense maneuvers on level 2 offense. And sure enough, he hits that throat drop onto the top rope, and Windham is hurt. And Patterson follows that up with a Boston Crab, rolling him over, attempting the submission here. The submission roll is 5. And on a roll of 3, he may get him. Jimmy Hart's going to try to use his distraction roll, and he is able to create the distraction and interrupt the submission hold. But that's it for Jimmy Hart as the Mountie comes over and takes out Jimmy Hart. Windham is down. He has been tortured by the figure 4 leg lock and now the Boston Crab, and Pat Patterson is in control. And Patterson now with an atomic drop, and Windham is still down. Patterson, can he go for the finish here? He goes back to the figure 4 leg lock. Another point of fatigue applied. He goes for the submission roll on 7 or lower, and on a roll of 7, he got him. Ladies and gentlemen, twice in a row, Pat Patterson has defeated Barry Windham, and Pat Patterson retains the NWA World Heavyweight Championship by way of the figure 4 leg lock. Pat Patterson wrestled a brilliant match here tonight, overcoming the odds of Jimmy Hart and Barry Windham with a little help from his friends and a lot of help from that figure 4 leg lock. He locked that in 3 separate occasions in that match, and in the end, it was the figure 4 leg lock that took its toll on Barry Windham, and WINDHAM, the former champion, forced to submit. And your winner and still NWA World Heavyweight Champion from San Francisco, California, it's Pat Patterson. All right, fans, that is it for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Great crowd here tonight. Lots of views, lots of likes. Appreciate the support and appreciate your telling your friends about us. World's Worst Gamer. Thank you one and all for tuning in. World's Worst Gamer, Super Blue 1971, Mike Fortune, Al Red Sox fan, Neil Lau. I believe Pops Reviews was here earlier in the night. Derek Bauman here earlier in the night. And let's see, did I miss anybody else in the chat room? I did not. So thank you one and all for tuning in here tonight for tonight's hype event from Detroit. Congratulations again to Pat Patterson, your winner of the main event and still NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Thank you all for tuning in. Depending on how the week goes, I will try and get on next Saturday. Of course, this Wednesday is New Year's Day, which means Buckeye Bowl takes place, my adaptation of the Royal Rumble. That takes pretty much all day to do, and so it will not be live streamed, but be on the lookout for the results. And if I can get the Buckeye Bowl results in place and everything else ready to go for next Saturday, we'll try to get back on the channel for another Heartland Wrestling show. Of course, my journey with Jesus will be on the channel tomorrow morning for those of you so inclined. Please tune in to that broadcast. And once again, thank you to everybody for tuning in. That's our stream, and I am out of here.